So when you're watching this video, the election in Nigeria might have started taking place already, but I'm recording this the day before, which is the 24th on Friday. So about the election, I'm not going to vote. There are a few reasons I have. First of all, usually used to be funny to me when I won't actually remember that I'm actually eligible to vote, because all my life I've been a child, so I didn't really have any business with votes and all those. Like now that I'm now 19 years old now, when people ask me like, who are you voting for, and I'm almost like, I'm not eligible. Oh yeah, I can vote now. Actually, I'm just used to still having that mindset that I'm still a child, that I'm not eligible to vote and all that. And the second and probably the most important reason why I'm not going to vote. So I think a few days or a few weeks ago, I watched a video from Steve Courage regarding this election too, and he made a very good point in that video. By the way, always make sure you watch Steve Courage. He gave this example. He said, we all know Nelson Mandela, right? He led South Africa, a very good leader, solid person for president or whatever. The question Steve Courage asks is, even though Nelson Mandela was very, very good, why were there now still like poor people in South Africa? Like, how come everybody was not rich when Nelson Mandela was the president? Like, why were things still going bad? Why was there still crime and all these things? Like, of course, maybe during his time, those things might have been very low, but they still existed. And the point I was trying to make is that the president is not going to fix your problem. And I just wish people just understand that the more, that yes, I'm not trying to say voting doesn't count or voting is bad, but all these presidents, all these governor, all this country stuff is just like 20% of what will actually fix your problem. And right now in Nigeria, one of the very, very, very biggest problems is money problem. Everybody is broke, everybody is poor. People just still have this mindset that, you know, the better the president, the more money they are going to have. And to some degree it's true, but I can bet you 1 year from today, even if we have the most perfect president in the world, there will still be very, very, very many people that are going to be poor and broke. I can bet that with you, and you probably will be one of them. That's if anybody watches this video anyway. You get the point I'm trying to make. Like, imagine you want to be able to go to school or work better, faster, more efficiency and all that. Like, what do you think is going to actually get you there faster and more efficient? Do you think it's going to be maybe the availability and the cheapness of bus? Maybe the price of transportation should reduce, like buses should be very cheap, you know, buses too should be available or whatever, or getting your own car. Actually think about it, which is going to actually get you to work faster and more efficiency, making bus prices cheaper or getting your own car? The obvious answer is getting your own car. And that's just the point I'm trying to make with this. The president does help. Like, the better the president, better the country, better the economy, better life is going to be for you. But at the end of the day, if you really want life to be good for you, you have to take responsibility for your life. You have to actually take your finances and all these things seriously, because everybody is complaining, we're poor. You know, economy is bad, everybody is broke, this, that. True. But the thing you will never see almost anybody do is to actually sit down and say, okay, I'm broke, what can I do about this situation? Okay, let me go and read some books, let me go and do research. Okay, go to Google, what are the top 15 books of top 10 books about money, finances and all these things? Look at the list of the books. Okay, go and download or buy these books and read every single one of them. You will never catch anybody doing that. Or person says, okay, I'm broke, what can I do? Go to Google or youtube.com, how do I make money and stop being broke? Okay, this is like 5 different businesses. Okay, out of these businesses, which one is like more relatable to me? Okay, SMMA or dropshipping or whatever. Picks one, actually like start learning, start practicing, start doing that thing. You will not see anybody doing any of that. You will not catch anybody doing none of that. But what you will catch people do is say, oh, the government is this, president is this, vote this person. I like the way Steve Courage puts it, like the average black person or the average African or Nigerian person, since I'm in Nigeria in this case, does not take responsibility for their lives. They just feel like it's the government, that is the president, that is going to solve their problem. And like I said before, of course, the better the president, the better the situation of the country, but that's just like 20% of the equation. The remaining 80% is you. If you want your life to be better, and I'm talking in terms of finances now, the president is not going to do it for you. You are the only person that can do it for yourself. Like, yeah, your vote will count, you know, if you vote the right person, the country will become better and all that. But in general, like 80% of the equation is still up to you. Which country do you think is actually going to become better? The first country that votes for the right person, or the second country that everybody sits down takes responsibility for their finances, takes responsibility for their life, says it is my fault that my life is like this. It's not the president, it's not the economy, it's nobody's fault, it is me, my fault, me, everything I've done. Then actually sit down and start doing something about it, start reading books, start learning, start doing this thing. Then they create businesses, they do side hustles, they do things for themselves, actually start making money. I imagine everybody, or at least the vast majority of the population, does that. Like, which country do you think is actually going to become wealthier? The first one that just votes for the right person, the second one that everybody takes responsibility, actually start doing the right thing. Obviously, that's probably not possible, and that's probably never going to happen. So I'm not trying to say voting is bad, or anybody that wants to vote, like, you shouldn't vote. Like, if you want to vote, go ahead, I'm not stopping you. But what I'm trying to say is that thinking the president voting the right person is going to make you rich, it's probably won't, because I can bet you even before these our previous presidents now, before people were complaining. These are previous presidents, people are still complaining. The next president, people will still complain. And even the future presidents to come, people will still complain. Presidents, governments, economy, those are not the main things that are keeping you broke or will make you rich. The main thing that will make you rich is you. It's actually sitting down, taking responsibility for your life, saying, okay, I'm broke because of me, I'm broke because of my ignorance, I'm broke because of my laziness, I'm broke because of my bad habits, I'm broke because of all these things. Okay, so what can I do about all these things to stop being broke? Okay, now books I can read. Okay, lessons I can learn. Okay, businesses I can try. Okay, people I can reach out to. Mentors I can hire or whatever. Or maybe in like a large scale, for example, like voting the right person could definitely help. But I'm talking of individual problems now, which is what I'm an individual, you're an individual, so that's what we're facing. We don't really care about economic problems, or like we kind of care, but not so, like we care more about our individual problem. Like we just want to be able to afford food, rent, and buy things like easily. We don't really care about, imports and exports, trade or whatever. Like that's not really our business. All we really care about is just surviving. We just want to eat normally. We just want to be able to afford clothes. Just want to send our children to school. Just want to be able to afford things well. So in that case, voting the right person won't do too much for you. Like, yeah, it will help, but remember, it's just 20% of the equation. The remaining 80% is you actually going to research, going to learn, going to build, and going to do something for yourself. That's what is going to make you rich, or at least solve your financial problems. At the end of the day, I'm just 19, so every time I be saying might be crap, I do not know. I'm still very young. Like, what do I know? But what I said, to me, it makes sense. Like, it just makes sense. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.